Hi, I'm Khat. Yes, I'm a minister's kid. And yes, it's hard as. Essentially, what this video is going to be about is just me talking about sort of like the challenges, how I overcame it, stuff like how it affected my life, how it still affects my life. And I'm not saying affect in a bad way, I'm saying how it had an effect on. I shouldn't say affect, because affect sounds like it's doing something bad to me. It's not. But we're going to talk about how it had an effect on my life and certain challenges, stuff like that. School, relationships, like friendships and such, etc. But we're going to be doing it while I comb my hair because as you guys can see, I just got my hair washed, meaning I just washed my hair. Why am I saying stuff the way it's not supposed to be said? I just washed my hair. And I have all my products here, Cream of Nature. If you guys have been watching my channel, you know I'm a big Cream of Nature person. So I'm just kind of like, right now, we're going to be looking on Pinterest for some hairstyles first, and then we can jump into the hair creating from, because I don't know what style I'm going to do, because this will be serving me for the next week or two, hopefully two, but the next week definitely. So let's look into the styles. I have to go through a process. Okay. Now, when I say like they're like challenges, it's sort of like the expectations, the scrutiny, the sort of unique pressures that you get while being a minister's child, because people expect certain things of you because, minister's kid. It's like less pressure than a pastor's kid, but there's still pressure. I don't think it's talked about. What's talked about is definitely the pastor's kids, sort of like life, but not the minister's kid. I'm not trying to like fill in some gap. Well, let's talk about now. I'm talking about my things. I might do twists. Twists might not be bad. I like twists on myself, so I'm thinking twists. Let's see how my hair is like. This specifically made me want to do twists. This is cute. It won't look like this, but it's cute. So this is my hair right now. I'm gonna say that's literally the smallest bun you've ever seen, and that's fine. But I'm gonna just get. Is it a band? Yeah, I think yeah, a little scrunchy. My hair. Oh, I'm looking in the mirror. The mirror here, like I took so much time with my hair today, and it feels so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, my hair looks so good. I could just leave the house like this. What? This looked better. This looks better than the wash and go I did like last week. What? Oh my goodness. It feels so nice and light. I'm not even feeling my hair. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to get this separated. It's all detangled and everything. Oh my goodness. Okay, great. So let me just. Oh, it feels so good. This is a hairstyle in and of itself, but I'm gonna do some twists so it can stay longer. This probably stay for like a couple of weeks or so. But yeah. So let me just get this separated. Just one little line going down the back. But yeah, so like the expectations that are put on you, because I'm not sure if you guys know, but there's like a verse in the Bible that says if you essentially, I'm paraphrasing here, it's not the actual verse. Essentially, if you do, you shouldn't do anything that would cause your brother, meaning your other somebody else in church, to stumble. And when I say, I won't say I feel like it haunted me. I'm going to say haunted because if it felt like haunting when I just like started like taking church seriously. It felt like it was haunting me because it felt like, why are you telling me to do things I don't want to do? And that bothered me a lot. So I essentially just despise the whole thing because I had to. Uh, I'm trying to like find. If you guys watched the video, I'm not sure how long it is before this one, but I did a video on me in high school not liking, when I was younger, not liking skirts. And it was essentially the same thing because that was at the point in time where I wasn't really like fully, into the whole I want to be a Christian thing, even though I was a Christian. I just wasn't taking it seriously. And it, there are like times I just used to question, why on earth am I doing this? Like like genuinely, why? Because I'm like, people should focus on their own lives. Like, why are you looking at mine? And you shouldn't like use mine to determine yours and all sort of things, right? And I don't think I'm going to like part it. Should I make it look like neat? I don't think so. No. I think I'm just going to like take apart. Yeah. And just work piece by piece. Let me pin this up. Yeah. Okay. So I use the mousse to initially like start off, but I'm going to use this. Some defining pudding from Cream of Nature. This much. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there were so many times it would be like, okay, I need to be this perfect person because people are watching me. Like I felt so much pressure to even become a Christian in the first place. Cause I got saved around age 10, and it was just like, I mean, I get the urgency because they do with everybody. They're like, you need to be saved, and I'm like, okay, I get that. Yes, I agree. But it was like this urge because I'm like, oh, you're a minister, whoever's kid, and you're not saved, and I'm like, ah. And then when I got saved, it was like, okay, now to maintain this whole thing because now I have to be like actual. First, it was like my parents. Now it's just I have to be this person, and this is the first one. Yeah, my hair looks so thin. I say my hair is so thin, so thin. But yeah, but the pressure to be, oh, you're supposed to be like praying every day and doing devotions and going to the altar every Sunday and this whole thing. And I think I was talking to my mom about it like recently, and I was saying up to a certain, not even up to a certain point, literally up to like a week ago, I thought that to be, I'm not going to use, I don't want to use these because I feel like it kind of it's itching on my hair a bit. I'm going to try so more time, a couple more times. But yeah, this is the thing with me. Why does it just feels like it's not holding properly because I don't think it is. Should I plait it and then twist it? So yeah, I up to a certain point because I'm Pentecostal, so we believe that when you get saved, you're supposed to like an indication of you being saved is speaking in tongues. As spirit gives utterance. So when I just got saved, clearly that's a thing for us. But the thing is, when after I got saved as a child, you still have all the elders in the church that are guiding you as you go on this journey. And it was like one person specifically used to tell me every single time I saw them that they're like, "Did you speak in tongues today?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Hmm." And it felt like it made me feel like to be saved, you have to be speaking in tongues daily. And then it used to continue to affect me because I used to go to church and then people getting in the spirit like every Sunday. And I'm like, this is a consistent thing every Sunday. So I'm just going to assume that they do this when they're home as well. And I'm like, am I not a Christian? Was I not saved? And I questioned myself. When I told my mom this, I questioned myself my entire life, literally up to recently, because it's something that I was told for years growing up. And I was literally like, okay, I'm not saved. I did not actually become a Christian because I don't speak in I feel the Holy Spirit, but then I'm like, I don't speak in tongues. I'm not a Christian. And it was when I was having a conversation because I like to like confirm. I like to understand things fully. So I went to my mom and we were talking about something. We're like someone asked me a question of Catherine, what's the big thing with Pentecostals and speaking in tongues? And I was like, okay, cool. Let me read up fully because I know what I grew up with, and I can't just say, oh, we believe X, Y, Z. But I was like, I need to understand it myself. And then I was kind of like going through it. I was asking my mom about it, and we, I understood that okay, yeah, we believe in that to be saved. That initial indication of you being saved is speaking in tongues. But then something led me to ask the question. I do genuinely feel it's God because He knows that this was a question I've had for years. I was like, Mom, on the same topic, do I have to be speaking in tongues every single time I pray and every single time I go to church to like continue being saved? She's like, no. Why on earth would you like think that? And then I was like, oh, I that kind of clears a lot for me. It clears up a lot of things for me because, as I said, that's something I generally thought. I told her I was like, that's something I was second guessing myself for years. Like I would literally be in tears over something that is like talking to God. I'm like, God, please, what is this? Why am I not saved? I thought I was saved, and like it was like a constant back and forth. I'm like, God, no, not back and forth, but it's like I feel God, and I'm like, I feel Him, but I'm not speaking in tongues. What's the issue? And then Mom was like, no, this is not a thing you have to do every day. Where did you get that? And I told her, and she's like, oh no. She I like no. We were saying that maybe because the person was trying to like emphasize praying every day, but then I was like, that was so messed up for me because I genuinely thought that. And then I thought that I think that led to a lot of things for me because me not being able to do that every single day, I just said, okay, I'm not a Christian. I clearly can't be a Christian. I'm not, this is not my path. And then it sort of like spiraled into so many things. And then I that gave me so much clarity and so much peace. I don't think you understand. So much peace. But that was one of the expectations that I not expected as a minister's child because the person didn't just tell me this. They told literally every child that went to the church that, I think, or every child that they talked to that. And I was like that. It felt way worse because I'm like, I'm a minister's kid. I'm supposed to be able to do this. This is like, this should be second nature for me. Why am I not doing this? And yeah, that was like a thing that affected me so much. That was like a challenge that led to so many other challenges for me in high school. Not in high school, but just in life. Because not even to high school. Literally, as I said, till recently is when I found out I didn't have to be doing this. And like, it wasn't even just church related where I would feel, oh, scrutiny. It was at school as well. Not at school, meaning people at school, because they wouldn't have known I was a minister's kid. But like at church, for school, people are like, oh my gosh, you're smart. And I'm like, how did that correlate? Like, I was expected to do extremely well in school. Not that every person shouldn't strive to be great at school. You should. I'm not saying that. But there was like a pressure for me to get like a certain thing. Granted, I didn't succumb to that pressure, but it was there. So how you dressed, how I dressed, had a big thing to do with that as well. Not how I dress now. Now I dress for myself. I just dress for myself. I really truly don't care. It just so happens that it just helps me out. Like it looks like how I supposed to should like I should be looking. But before, gosh, I just had to dress a certain way. There are certain things certain people can get away with. I could not. Because as I said, people are looking at you. They're expecting you to be I'm not the leader, but they're expecting me to be like look like a leader's child. And I used to be like, okay, I have to wear this, I have to dress like this, I have to act like this. Granted, every single thing I'm doing, I'm supposed to be doing like a normal person, meaning everybody should be doing this, but people are expecting you. Because once, as I said, some people can get away with not dressing a certain way or wearing certain things to church or, but not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that. I could not. I could not. Because people, and like walking onto church, a thing, granted, you shouldn't be doing it like walking back and forth to the church, but I definitely couldn't do it. Because it's like, sit down, listen to the preaching. Why are you moving up and down? You know? And I'm like, I just want to use the bathroom, or I just want water, or I just want food. Like, please, let me be. But that was like a thing for me. Look at how far I'm like at. Yeah. I should get a camera behind me, shouldn't I? I'm like thinking, hold on, let me see something. I have like a bowl of chips I'm eating, and I'm drinking a cup of water with lime in it. Lemons. And I've been really getting into like water and lemons. I don't know why. I think, and it's not because of the aesthetic of it. Don't. Kind of, but not fully. It just tastes really good. So another thing that being a minister's kid would have affected would be my personal life. It affected my relationships, and I don't mean boys. That too, but like friendships. I talk to everybody. I just be talking to people. I really don't care. I think I was telling my parents, my family this recently. We're having a discussion about literally who, like humility or something like that, and I was like, I talk to everyone. Like I don't care. Like, be my friend. Not like a creepy like be my friend, but like, please, be my friend. But it would affect when I was much younger. People would say, "Oh, you can't talk to this person. Oh, you shouldn't be talking to that person, or you shouldn't be doing that." And I'm like, why not? And that affected me like a decent amount, like honestly. And then in terms of like self-esteem, gosh, I used to question myself so much. I'm like, am I a good enough Christian? I'm so ironic seeing how I didn't want to do half of the things that they were telling me to do. But am I a good enough Christian? Do I dress really well? I'm horrible at school? Am I an idiot? Like all of these things. And especially dress. You guys know based on the previous video, I would have had a whole, well, not previous meaning, last video, but some video before. I'm not sure the last one. But I would have had like a whole thing regarding skirts and just not feeling comfortable. So I used to just feel so down about it because people expect me to be this great, and I just didn't feel like that. So I didn't feel up to anything like at all. But like over time, clearly I like would have learned that okay, I don't have to be this person that people want. Not to say that I'm going to just slack off and not do anything at all and just be a bum and not a good Christian, but I'm just saying I don't have to feel pressured to do it. I should want to be a great Christian. Like I should want to be as good as I can. I should want to dress nicely. Well, I do want to dress. I love clothes. You guys know this channel is basically about clothes. Not basically, it is, but I should want to do all of these things. And essentially, what I did was sort of like I narrowed down my circle of friends. But essentially, what I did, like I I narrowed down, not to say I don't talk to people, but I did narrow down who I talk to. Even to this day, like I have a small group of friends, like really good friends. And because of that, I don't really focus on the outer circle. I just focus on like I have these like-minded group of friends, and we all are not perfect, and we understand that. And they help me a lot when it comes to my spiritual journey. I'm not perfect up to like right now, but they motivate me so much, and it takes so much pressure off me. And not only my friends, but my family as well. My parents, I've gotten so close to my parents since I've gotten older, because it's just it's just so hard. Just like navigate being a Christian, especially as like a young adult. I just like need to grow and still have a lot of growing to do. Even I'm like, how old am I? 21. Christ. Oh my gosh, I'm 21. Every time I think about it, I just get so like shocked. And it's like nervous. I'm like, I'm like working soon. I tell my mom this like constantly. I'm like, Mom, I'm getting a job. I'm going to be like a big girl in a couple of months. She's like, yeah, I'm so happy. And I'm like, me too. But like, no, it's it's good for me, like narrowing my circle and having like certain people have like an influence on the things I do. I just there's so much more personal and spiritual growth, especially spiritual growth definitely after, remember what I told you guys earlier in the video about how about the thing with the speaking in tongues. Spiritual growth because of that, because I don't have this huge weight on me that I would have been placing on myself unknowingly because of this whole thing. So spiritual growth because of that, because now I feel way more free to have my devotions without having this underlying, oh, you're praying, are you speaking in tongues thing going on, or I can pray and does not pressure myself because of something I was told when I was much younger. There's so many like lessons learned as well. I have learned, as I said, to not put people like actually like keep people's pressures and people's expectations on myself. I'm just living my life. Like if you ask anyone, especially my mom says it like pretty good. I don't remember like exact wording, but she basically calls me a plastic bag, like floating in the wind. I just don't care. Like I'm just living my life and I'm just so happy about it. As I should. And that's like a thing I had to really and truly learn to do, because when I say that I was people pleaser central, that was me. And it's something I had to grow out of and force myself to not do. Oh, that one is long. Look at that. What? That's like so long. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Ah! That one is so long. It reaches like here. What? Ow! My hair. It's growing. But it's gonna be like all shrink up in a bit. But that's fine. I want it to. Because it makes my hair look like really full. I think another thing with me is I was so obsessed with, I said, being the person that people are like, you need to be. I didn't like seek help. So I would have issues and I didn't want to go to anyone so that, I could get in like help with it or any assistance or like guidance on the matter. And it would mess me up because I would then have these issues for a really long time. No one would know about it. I'm here trying to fix it myself, which you can't. Well, I mean, you can, but you can't. And I would just sit there without help. And like no, as I said, no, since I would have like had my circle like reformed and I know exactly who I want around me, it's like so different. because I then can go to people and I'm like, I need help with this, and they will like pray about it. They'll help me like step by step. Like I've had people like help me for years, like literal years, and they're just so patient about it. And because I have this sort of refined group of friends, this gives very polar express, and I'm not sure why. And you guys, look at my hair. This is like halfway through. Yeah. But it sort of like made me realize how really important getting help from people in church about issues that you really don't know. Because you're a child. I'm a child. Even at 21, I will tell you that I'm a literal child. I don't know anything. And I am not above asking for help at all. And it's something I have to like really grow and realize I can't do everything by myself, especially things where I'm like, I won't have knowledge on it. So I would have to go to someone who would have knowledge on it, which is people older than me. So it just made me realize how important like seeking help within the church is, because then you have people like you, because they're also Christians struggling, or they would have been Christians who would have struggled, and it's just really, really like helpful, like so helpful, and it made me realize like how important that is. Okay, so with this part of my hair, I'm going to just like do everything going this side, because I like my hair to the side and then like out my face. So I'm gonna do here. I need to add more water because it's like it's been a while. I just watched. I'm almost finished watching. I'm like 2 hours and 11 minutes into it. But I started from before this, so call it about an hour and 45 minutes I've watched for this podcast. But it's been like on and off while I'm because I'm clearly not having it on while I'm filming. But call it about 3 hours. I've been at this for like probably 3 hours, and I'm almost finished. This is kind of like home stretch. This shouldn't take long. But the time is 3:35 right now, and I'm gonna see if I can finish this before 6 o'clock. Because as you guys can probably see by the lighting change, the sun is starting to move away from this side of the house. So I need to hurry finish this so I can keep some natural light, even though I do have lights in front of me. Where's my scrunchie? Oh, I used it here. Oh, I need a next one. I think I should have one like in this. Oh no, I don't. It says the egg. I keep like little tiny things in there. Just for like advice, I would definitely like say, as I said, refine your circle. Definitely find people who are not necessarily only in church, but just like actually have a good relationship with God, so they would help you sort of navigate. And even like times where you can't find it in you to like navigate, they would just be there and be like, yeah, let me pray for you. And I have this person, he's not my friend, but I call him my counselor. Like when it comes to like me being candid, because sometimes I'm not always candid with all my friends, right? I'm not going to tell everyone everything about my life, but there's like one person that knows everything, and I call him my counselor, because he was like the first person I even like disclosed anything to, and he would like help me through like finding scriptures, like devotions, praying, everything. And that was for years like the biggest thing, and is still the biggest thing, because he used to like check up on me if I need to talk about anything. He's like there, and I'm like, yeah, really appreciative of it. And there's like no judgment. I think that's one of the biggest things, finding people like having a space where there's absolutely no judgment, and to be so honest, like no judgment, and where they're pushing you in the right direction. And to be so honest, I think there's probably like 3 people total, maybe 4, where that's no, let me count properly, 5. Yeah, I think there's probably 5 people total in my life, not include my parents, of course my parents, but people I've told everything to. 5 people total. Where there's like no judgment. They're like, Catherine, we understand it. Catherine, we understand it. It's okay. We'll pray for you. This is how to move on and everything like that. And I think just finding people like that is like the goal. Like that's what you need in life to even like move forward or be a better person. And yeah, just having that sort of group around you. It doesn't have to be a group, it can be one person, but just having a safe space, absolutely perfect. I think the worst person. Oh gosh. I think the worst thing when combing your own hair is when you reach like hair, or probably not hair for some people. They would like go to the front, but I go from front to back for some weird reason. But when I reach hair, and I know that usually I split it in two because that's sort of like the size for the rest of them. But then I do like one big one because I'm so tired. I think that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm very hungry. I need to go and get food, but I can't eat in my room. But I don't want to stop filming to go and eat and come back. And my chips are finished. So I've been like drinking water, which is not really good because it has lemon in there and that's like acid. Not acid, but you know, citrus and stuff like that. So I'm like trying to like do it quickly, but then my hands are like, my muscles are like wearing down. I'm so tired. But I'm almost finished. And I'm trying to like get a good like separation here. Yeah, okay. And then a key. So I think the last time I showed you guys the time, it was 3:35. I'm not sure if I remember correctly. I think it was. Although that was a very specific time to not be correct about. But I think it was 3:35. And right now it is, let me wipe my hand off. It is 6:45. So about 3 hours. Not about, it was 3 hours since I've, let me do this quickly because I'm pausing and I'm like getting really, but really and truly, I just hope that you guys like take my advice that I would have given like during my not rambling, it was structured talking. I did plan my conversation, but I really hope you guys like take it and it helps you. And if you like want to like let me know if you want to ask me any questions, I'll try to be as open as I can. Not as I can, because I can be as open as I want, but as open as I'm willing to. So if you have like questions you'd want to ask me, I'll do my best to answer. If you guys want to share anything, any experience you want to share, it's a free and open space, safe space for you guys. Like really and truly, I think what helped me a lot was knowing that people went through the same thing I did. So it is a very much safe space because I like to know that there are people, not that there are people struggling, but that there are people who understand. You don't have to be a minister's kid, but just even like saying, yeah, like I went through this and I was able to like overcome it because of the people in my life or because I had a better relationship with God, or that really helps me a lot. Even like to this day, I do just very much love hearing people like talk about like their testimonies. It's like the best thing for me, and you don't have to like even overcome it. No, that's something nice. That's something to be ashamed of. But just even like you working on it is amazing, because me working on it, I'm working on myself like to this day, like to this moment. Still trying to be as best as I can, but this is a safe space. I really like these kind of videos. Like second video probably done, like of me just talking. Look at my hair. of me just like talking. And I really hope you guys enjoy it. And if you like this video, thumbs up down below. Share it with your friends to like let them know that we're all here to we're all in this together. I look so shiny, but see you guys. Bye.